I want to thank you all for allowing me to be here in Gadsden. I feel very welcome here, and I want to thank the mayor for inviting me here to work with him. We worked together for 16 years. There's really no need for me to go over the numbers and the details. What we're talking about is real common sense. We want a better Gadsden for the next generation, the generation after them, and continue that process. Because guess what? The Northeast is open for Alabama. And I think Gadsden is primed to take over the Northeast. Communications with Georgia, Tennessee, and over to Huntsville. What's important happened in my life. My mother and father. My father worked for United States Steel. My mother was a beautician. My father worked 3 jobs. And guess how many children they had? It was a total of 10 of us. So that means that they understood that they had to sacrifice today for us to have a better life in the future. I can't remember the time my father went to a store and bought some clothes. I mean, I just can't. And I used to go out with him all the time. He worked for U.S. Steel. He really didn't need to dress. All he needed to do was to go up to U.S. Steel and clean the cue box. So that set an example in my life. So really what it is they, how should I say, they spent pennies today so that we could have a better future. And a simple concept, IRA, how many people have an IRA? How many people are in a retirement plan? They save pennies today so that you could have a better future when you retire. In other words, they were not penny wise, but they were pound interested and invested in our lives as children that they had. So they were not short-term thinkers. They were long-term thinkers. And that's where we are in Gadsden. We have to be long-term thinkers. Because guess what? We're on the verge of a new economy. Now, some of us are old enough to remember the TV coming in. It was black and white when I came in. And there may be a few who are old enough to remember the radio coming in. But now we have the internet, we have Netflix. And, I mean, there's so many ways of communicating now, it's almost impossible. We even have Zoom. We don't have to go to meetings anymore. So our lives can be very different if we plan for our future and the future of our children. So all I want to say is I'm glad to be here in Gadsden, and I think this is the right environment of people so that we can plan for a marvelous future for our children. So thank you.